Hey, you piece of trash.
Who are you talking to?
You, of course.
Watch your language. That's not how you speak to your father.
Who cares? You're trash anyways. Back on track. Did you use my hairbrush? I smell the stinky hair wax of yours, and it's disgusting.
Oops, sorry about that. I was in a rush.
Don't mess around with me. Now it's contaminated. You owe me money for the brush, understand?
Fine, but you don't have to be that angry.
It's $150.
What?
Mine's expensive, okay? It's from a famous brand. So you owe me $150 ASAP.
For just a hairbrush? You don't need such an expensive hairbrush. You're only 17. Isn't it too good for you?
Shut up. I'm too good for you to be my father.
Jeez.
You should understand it's a miracle for you to have a family like me and Mom. You're even living in Grandpa's house. So you should be thankful for what you have, Steve.
Olivia, enough. As I said, that's not how you speak to your father. Did I do something wrong to you? I mean, you used to call me Dad back then.
You're annoying. Your whole existence is annoying me. Don't you realize that you are a lame father?
What do you mean?
I can't believe you don't know yourself. Your looks, how you dress, and how you smell, everything's just horrible.
Olivia, I didn't know you were thinking of me like that.
Well, are you anything better? No. You can't even buy a house by yourself, and you're living on your wife's parents' money. You're one awful freeloader. You're just a parasite to everyone.
Excuse me? Stop calling your father a parasite. It's rude.
No wonder Mom doesn't love you. Remember last time when you asked us out for family dinner? And you got rejected?
I do admit that, but I never imagined in my life my daughter would make fun of me like this one day.
Oh, somebody's feeling weak, huh? Then will you mind getting divorced with Mom? Didn't she ever tell you so? It just kills me thinking about the fact that I'm even sharing some of your DNA. So if you care about me, please at least get out of my sight. I don't want to see you any longer.
I can't just let go of my responsibility of being a parent, you know?
I don't care. Breathing the same air with you just drives me nuts. So shut up and get away already.
Olivia, you need to understand. I'm your father, and there's a lot of stuff I'm working hard on at the moment. So can you please give me some time?
Yeah, right. Working hard. Wait, or are you making money for me? Then I can wait. So, you finally signed the divorce papers? I was almost about to lose my temper having to see your face.
I couldn't take it anymore. I don't need a fake family that wouldn't treat me as one.
Of course no one wants to be in the same family with you. Who do you think you are?
I just handed in all the legal documents, so now I'm officially out of this house.
Thank God. Now you're finally gone.
By the way, where's your mother? I've been making phone calls to her for the past 10 minutes, but she never picks up.
Obviously, she's on a date, genius.
Huh?
Don't you see? She's looking for a new partner.
But I just handed in the documents a few minutes ago. How's that possible?
Oh, You don't know? Mom started looking for one like half a year ago. I'm hoping she brings home a better father for me, though. So glad that the parasite is finally out of the house. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to pay me for my educational expenses and stuff. You're biologically my father, so it's your responsibility. Let's say, how about 200K for now?
Well, I'm not your father then.
What?
I said I'm not your father.
I didn't know you were that stupid. You thought you could get away with this if you get divorced? Things don't work that easily, genius. You thought a divorce would let you get away with your responsibility? Stop dreaming.
I do. Besides, I never had the responsibility to be your father anyways.
Now what? You're such a jerk. The worst being ever to live. I can't believe you're trying to do this to your child. What do you think I gave you the time for? You're the one who asked for the time, and I gave you a chance. Don't tell me you failed.
I didn't fail, I just decided not to. First of all, what do you mean I have to pay 200K? That's way too much.
It's all the expenses for me to grow up. You're the one who selfishly decided to leave, right? Borrow money or get a loan and pay for what you need to. Don't you see that I don't even want to talk to you anymore? It's just making my life miserable. Just give me the money and get out of my life already.
Get out of my life, huh? I'll give those words straight back to you.
What do you mean?
Come on, you're already a high schooler. Is my English that difficult for you? Your parents should have educated you better.
Hello? Why don't you check yourself in the mirror? Unfortunately, you are one of my parents. No other way.
Oh please, is communicating in English that hard for you? Get help. As I said a million times, I am not your father.
I don't see where this is going.
For God's sake, I took a DNA test and the results came out that I'm not your father, and you are not my daughter. Understood? Whose daughter even are you?
Wait, I don't understand. You're joking around with me, right?
Then let me explain again. I was never your father. And you were some random guy's daughter. Period.
I don't believe you. The results must be wrong. Most of all, I never even took a DNA test in my life. How can you be so sure?
Just so you know, my parents have been suspecting whether you're my actual daughter. I've been convincing them that you were my daughter for the whole time. But since it was a good opportunity this time, I decided to take the test. But I didn't expect the results to turn out like this. As people say, you should always listen to your parents, I guess.
Stop it! I know you're lying to me.
I'm not. Sadly, this is the truth.
Then how did you even test my DNA?
Your hairbrush. I took some of your hair off the brush and handed it in for testing. I cleaned the brush the day before and collected samples the next day, right after you finished using it. Obviously, you were the only one using it, so it can't be anyone else's hair.
That is so disgusting! How dare you do that? That's what a stalker does, not a father.
Whatever you say. Well, thanks to that, I got to realize the truth.
I can't believe this. So it's true that I'm not your daughter?
Exactly. So there's no such thing as my responsibility to pay for your educational expenses at all.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, just so to inform everyone, don't forget to move out of that house during this week, okay?
Huh?
It's gonna be someone else's house by next week.
What are you talking about? Are you nuts? You're just a freeloader. And it's my grandparents' house.
The house is signed under my name, you know.
No way.
That house was passed down from my parents when they passed away before my marriage. When I married your mother, she asked me if she can invite her parents over so she can take care of them. And I approved it, see?
I don't believe you. Mom told me it was her family's house.
Maybe she was trying to take it away from me, since she found her way to make you my daughter. Well, too bad. The cat's already out of the bag.
So this house belonged to you in the first place?
Yep, since the very beginning. And now it'll be someone else's, since I managed to find a person who was interested in buying it. They told me they're ready to move in next week, so good luck with packing your stuff.
You freak! How could you do this to us? You're kicking us out all of a sudden? That's not fair!
Wait, let me get this straight. Wasn't it you guys who kicked me out in the first place?
Well...
Anyways, good luck.
No, please. Not the house. Cancel the deal immediately.
But then I'll have to pay for the cancellation fee. Are you gonna pay for me? It's about $100K in total. Sound good?
Are you crazy? Of course I can't afford that. And neither can Mom.
I bet. I mean, there's other fees coming up, like the compensation for me. A house shouldn't be the priority, right?
Now what? What compensation?
About you, of course. I was fooled for 13 years of my precious lifetime. To raise someone else's child, I'm the victim of this whole situation.
No one fooled you. It's not our fault. Besides, I don't think Mom was even trying to fool you for that.
Oh, really? I was talking to some of your friends, and I even have the records as proof. They told me your mom told everyone that she married me for a stable life, because she got dumped right before she found out about her pregnancy.
What? Why would Mom tell that to people?
Well, there's no lie that I was doing my best to bring us back together. But since she was going out quite often when I didn't know, I decided to hire a detective. And guess what? There was loads of evidence that she was hanging out with other men. Then I finally realized how much time I was wasting.
But it's not completely our fault that you weren't loved, is it?
Yeah, you're right. So I no longer have the need to work hard for any of you anymore.
What do you mean?
I did know your mother was going out with many other men, but I never knew she was looking for a new partner before divorce. I guess that means a rise in the compensation.
No!
So don't forget to tell your mother that we'll have a lawyer in between us in any kind of conversation from now on.
Are you sure about this? If you let go of Mom, you'll never find a chance to get married again. Like, ever. No one will be interested in a middle-aged, poor businessman, I'm sure. I've been convincing them that you are my father the whole time. I'll talk to Mom, so please?
Then what if the middle-aged man owned a business?
What?
I never informed you guys about this, but I started my own business half a year ago.
How?
I did work as a technician at a company, but I decided to start something for myself using the programming projects I worked on myself during my free time. I never knew how it would end up, but I guess everything's going better than expected. We're even moving our office into the city.
So what? There's nothing special starting a business these days. There's rental offices and even virtual ones. What's so special?
I make $30K a month. How does that sound?
You mean a year?
Nope, a month.
What? You're kidding!
Swear to God. So there's nothing so bad for me to being single at this time of my career. I have something I can feel passionate about, and there's more opportunities to meet new people. You should start worrying about yourself, not me.
Dad, I'm sorry. Please come back. You shouldn't have gotten divorced.
Dad? Stop joking. It gets on my nerves. As I said, I am not your father.
Maybe we don't have a connection in our blood, but we spent 13 years together. You're my one and only dad. I was just shy, you know? It's hard for kids at my age to let everything out. But I love you as my dad. Please, come back. Or take me with you.
I'm surprised how you can say so much. To be honest, I was shocked to find out the results of the test.
See?
Even if you weren't my actual daughter, I did raise you for 13 years. And since it wasn't your fault all of this started, I did consider paying for your education. Well, too bad. You ruined it yourself.
No, please. I was just an innocent child. I didn't do anything. You need to reconsider this, Dad.
No one wants to be in the same family as me, right?
Yes, I do.
Didn't the fact that we share DNA kill you? But good news, we don't, even a single bit. Thanks for not being my daughter. Good luck in life. The very next week, the new residents of the house moved in, which means the family had no other choice but to leave. Without anywhere else to go, they rented a small apartment, too small for 4 people to fit in. And about the results of my trial, the fact that my ex-wife fooled me to raise her daughter as my actual child got into consideration, which got me an amount of $60,000 in compensation. Since there's no way my ex-wife can afford that money at once, she is living in debt at the moment, without a proper house to stay in. Now the whole entire family, including her parents, are working part-time to pay back the debt. On the other hand, my business has been going better than ever, doing new things every day. Although I haven't met someone special yet, ever since, it will be nice to have a true family in the future.
Hey, Alice, so what's the deal with your friend Vic? Deal? What do you mean by deal? Well, I don't know. He asks me for my number, then texts me, tells me how great it was meeting me, then I never hear from him again. Yeah, Millie, I told you not to expect much from Vic. He's been a little off ever since he got out of the Marines. Oh, really? How so? Well, I told you how we met, right? High school, I think. Or was it college? High school, but he transferred in halfway through senior year. That's unusual. Why? His dad was military too, so I guess they moved around a lot. Yeah, but halfway through your senior year? Man, that had to have been rough on him. Yeah, that's why I kind of befriended him. He didn't really have a lot of other friends. He was kind of shy, kind of kept to himself, so nothing really changed, really. Well, he seemed to be laying on a pretty thick ham that night at the party. Yeah, that was really surprising to me. I'd never seen him be so open towards a girl. Usually he's painted into a corner somewhere. So he joined the military right out of high school? Yep, right after we all graduated. But you two kept talking. Well, when he got back a couple months ago, he didn't really have any friends that were left at home, you know? Except me, of course. Me? I never went anywhere. Oh, well, it could be worse. You could have gone to Northmount and still never left here. That's true. That would have been even worse. But anyway, yeah, we kept in touch. I invite him to all the parties. I just feel kind of sorry for him, you know? He never really gets many dates. I think he went through a lot being in the Marines and all. That's why I was so happy to see you two hitting it off, and now I'm so sad to hear he ghosted you. Yeah, well, me too. I thought he was a really nice guy, and really cute, too. Oh yeah, I was shocked when I saw him for the first time after he came home. I mean, seeing him after boot camp was shocking enough. He was always so baby-faced before that. After that, he was like sculpted in iron. But for a while after his deployment, though, I don't know, he was really skinny. He looks better now. I'll say. Hey, that's still my friend you're talking about there. Don't be gross. So, just friends, huh? Of course, just friends. And nothing ever happened between you two? Nope, not a thing. Not even anything close to happening? No, I swear, just believe me, okay? He's not my type. But how could he not be your type or anyone's type? I don't know, the whole military thing, not sure it's my thing. Too much discipline. Oh, I see. You don't require that much discipline? No, I do require it. That's why I don't want it. Well, I guess none of it makes much of a difference now since he ghosted you. But you said that's weird behavior from home. Yeah, very. Like I said, normally he's just grateful to talk to a girl at all. So isn't that a little concerning then? Like, maybe you should talk to him, see if he's okay. Well, I guess I should, yeah. I mean, I would want my friend too if I was acting strange, I mean. So it doesn't have anything to do with you just wanting him to text you? Nope, not a thing, not a thing. Well, okay, since you've spun it in terms of guilt, I'll get in touch with him, okay? Thank you, Alice. I owe you big time. Okay, just tread lightly here, all right? I don't want him getting hurt. I'm taking my heels off right now. Hey, Vic, what's up?
Oh, hey, Alice, just working on my bike. How's it going?
It's going okay. Do you have the thing up and running yet?
Nah, not yet, but I almost got her here, I think.
Well, I hope you do by this weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful weather out. Sunny and bright and not too humid.
Yep, I saw that. Meteorologist dude on Channel 2 said it was going to be the nicest weekend all year. So I'm thinking I'll definitely have it out by then. I'll go out cruising for a long ride in the country, you know?
That's wonderful news. And, you know who else loves long motorcycle rides in the country?
I don't know. Who? The Pope?
No, my friend Millie.
Oh, Millie.
You know, Millie, you met her at the party. You guys exchanged numbers.
Oh, that Millie. Right. So she was your friend?
Yep, we've been friends a long time.
Not longer than us, though, right?
No, Vic, I met Millie through a work friend, not high school.
Oh, right. Good.
Well, anyway, she's a really, really great girl. Warm and, kind, and let's face it, very beautiful.
Oh, yes, she is. She absolutely is.
Well, good. So if you think so, why did you ghost her?
Well...
Yes, go on.
Well, the thing is, that wasn't my intention in the first place, to, ghost her.
Oh, really?
No. In fact, I've never even ghosted anybody in my whole life. I've been ghosted plenty of times, but it's never been the other way around.
So is that why you did it? Are you angry at all women because one or two were mean to you? So now you're going to get back at them by punishing only the ones that show you the slightest bit of cursory interest? Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Real genius plan, Einstein.
Hey, let's not go crazy here, Alice. Nobody said any of that now, did they?
Well, okay, yeah, you're right. I guess you didn't. Sorry, I, jumped down your throat there, bud. But, why did you ghost her?
Well, who said I ghosted her? Is that what she said?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
All I did was text her and tell her how nice it was to meet her. I thought that was a good thing.
Well, yeah, Vic, that would be a good thing to start out with, considering you asked for her number and all.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
So why did you ask for her number if you didn't have any interest in pursuing her?
What do you mean?
I mean, why ask for her number just to tell her you enjoyed meeting her? I could have told her that for you.
Well, maybe I originally had interest in pursuing it further, as you say, but things changed.
Well, what could have possibly changed?
Maybe I learned something about your friend. Maybe I learned more than one thing.
What are you talking about? What could you have possibly learned about Millie that I don't know?
Well, I was looking at her socials, and did you know she has cankles?
Cankles? That's what you're worried about? Cankles? Which she doesn't even have, by the way.
She doesn't have cankles? Ha! That's funny, Alice.
So what's up, Vic?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's up? Why are you acting like that?
Acting like what? How am I acting? I'm just acting like me.
No, Vic, this isn't you. You're quiet and shy and grateful for any attention you can get. Since when are you so choosy and judgmental?
Well, don't you think I have a lot to offer? Why should I have to settle for anything less than perfection now that I'm a hero?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a hero.
Well, yeah, I served in the military. I served overseas.
I know, Vic, but you... No offense. It's not like you saw combat or anything. You sat in front of a computer screen in South Korea for a year.
Oh, okay, what do you know about trauma? Do you know how traumatizing it can be moving halfway across the world? Away from your parents and everything you've ever loved?
Well, I get how that can be kind of a culture shock. That's why they call it that. But, I mean, why sign up for the military then? I mean, you knew the risks. You knew that was an option. And let's be honest, it could have been a lot worse. It's not like you got sent into an active war zone or something.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I know some of the older guys who were kind of messed up, a little worse than me.
A little, you think? Very sensitive of you, Vic.
Yeah, well, thanks.
I don't understand. Is that why you're being so standoffish? You have some trauma from the military, right?
Yeah, I told you that.
I mean, I always thought it was from combat until I found out you never saw any combat.
Well, there can be a lot of different kinds of trauma, you know. Didn't they teach you that in any of your psychology courses?
Of course. So, what kind do you think you have?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm afraid you'll laugh at me.
Oh, come on. I'm your friend. I won't laugh. I promise.
Well, do you promise? Really?
I swear. For real.
Okay, well, you see, the thing is, Alice,
Yeah? Yes, you're
a virgin.
Oh, well, really?
Yes, really. So what? Is that, like, so shocking to you or something?
Well, no, I mean, not really.
Hey, now, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Well, actually, it is kind of shocking. You mean even after the military? You never...
No, and I'm really ashamed of it, too.
Oh, come on, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Vic. Everybody was at some point, right?
Well, I still am, and do you know how bad that looks to be a guy in the military and to never have, you know...
Vic, it's not a big deal. You really can't worry about that kind of stuff. It'll happen when it happens.
But it was supposed to happen already.
What do you mean it was supposed to happen?
When I was overseas, the other guys had it all set up, but I couldn't go through with it.
Well, Vic, that's nothing to be ashamed of. That doesn't necessarily sound like an ideal setting for anyone.
It wasn't a problem for a lot of them, though.
Well, that's probably because they're sociopaths, Vic.
Well, I guess I kind of blew it now, didn't I? She's not going to be interested in talking to me now.
Why? Because you're a virgin?
No, I mean, I hope not. Do you think so?
No, I don't think so. Millie's a very cool, accepting, and understanding girl.
Okay, well, I mean, I already ghosted her, so she's probably done with me, right?
I think she'd be very happy to hear from you, actually.
Oh, really? You think so?
I know so, actually.
So you're saying I should text her again?
Yes, doofus, just do it!
Okay, fine. Gosh, you sound like my drill instructor.
Hey, Alice! What's up? Oh, hey, Millie, how's it going? Oh, well, you know, another day in paradise. Do I sense a little bit of sarcasm coming through the phone line? Well, maybe a little. I've been talking to your friend Vic. Oh yeah? So he started texting you again? Well, that's interesting. So I take it that you asked him to? Well, I didn't necessarily ask him to. I was just kind of wondering what his problem was, more or less. Well, that's something I would definitely still like to know. Why? What happened? He is such a weirdo, Alice! What did he say? Well, everything was going fine. He was being nice. We were having a nice conversation. And then he asks me if I want to go out. Well, yeah, that was something you kind of wanted, right? Well, he starts asking me where I want to go. Movies, restaurants, coffee shops, whatever. Okay, that was very nice of him, I guess. Yeah, well, I don't know why he asked me for any input if literally every suggestion I had sucked.
What do you mean?
Exactly as it sounds. Literally every restaurant I suggested was either too noisy, too crowded, or not crowded enough. The food was too ethnic, it was too traditional, too bad, too good.
The food would be too good?
I swear that was one of his complaints. That the food at Pisano's was just too good.
Okay, well, what about coffee shops?
This one's too pretentious. That one's not fancy enough. This one over here has burnt espresso. I have never met a man so picky about his coffee.
And movies?
It was either a superhero movie or nothing, Annie.
Oh, Millie, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
And it just went on and on and on.
So what happened? Are you guys going out or not?
No, finally, I just told him that it sounds like he's having trouble deciding on a place and to let me know when he does.
Wow, really? You said that?
Well, what was I supposed to do? I had to get to work.
Yeah, sure, I understand. I don't blame you. So what did he say?
He said, well, if you don't want to go out with me, just don't go out, or something stupid like that.
I'm so sorry, Millie. I really had no idea that would be his reaction.
Seriously, he seemed like a cool guy. I guess I owe you an apology, too. I was the one that twisted your arm into getting him to text me again.
Well, I felt bad. He's my friend, after all. Well, I think he is. It kind of seems like he's changed into a different person.
Well, I would hope so. I honestly can't imagine you hanging out with that guy, Alice. That's, like, really weird to me.
Well, I guess people do change, especially at the age we were at, I guess.
Or so I've heard, but you said he was never exactly normal to begin with.
No, I said he was also just shy around girls.
Well, he certainly didn't seem very shy about telling me what a pain I was being.
He said you were being a pain?
Yes!
He said that.
Why are you such a pain, he said.
Oh, yikes. Wow, I cannot believe he said that to you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Do me a favor and don't introduce me to any more of your friends, okay?
Hey, you got yourself into this, not me. I was only trying to do you a favor.
Well, do me a favor and don't do me any more favors. So are you going to talk to him again? To Vic, I mean.
Well, I guess we'll see if he texts me. I run into him randomly at the gym sometimes.
I guess it would depend on how much your big scary friend Millie hurt his feelings, right?
Well, you aren't very big, but you're certainly scary. If I do talk to him, I'll be sure to tell him that he dodged a bullet.
Yeah, seems fair enough.
Men, am I right?
Don't get me steamed, Alice.
Hey, Alice, what's going on? Hi, Vic, how have you been? Good. So, what's up with your friend Alice? Why didn't she ever text me back? You mean after your little flurry of indecision about where to take her? Huh? Is that what she told you, that I was indecisive? Well, it kind of sounded like it to me. Do you dispute that? I just want to have a plan, you know, a good plan with a good place to go. So you didn't care for any of her suggestions, I take it? Ugh, no, they were all terrible. I was trying to be polite about it. I didn't have the heart to tell her. Well, maybe you aren't aware of this because of your lack of experience, but you can't boss girls around into taking them wherever you want to take them. Well, I thought it was the guy's choice. Oh, you did you? Yeah, you know, it was romantic and stuff for the guy to choose where to take the girl on the first date. I think that's kind of old school, Vic. Well, so what? What's wrong with that? Maybe I am old school. Maybe the new school sucks. All right, Vic. All these wussy nice guys running around today in their Toyota Camrys, treating girls with respect. It's disgusting. What has happened to you, Vic? You used to be a really nice guy. Then you get back from the military, and you just act like you have to prove something to everyone all the time. I don't need to prove anything to anyone, much less to a woman, much less to you. After everything I've gone through, after everything I've seen and done. Vic, you just sat in front of a screen. You weren't even in the drone program. You were data entry. You said you gained 20 pounds. Whatever. You're just jealous.
Of what?
I don't know. Of your dumpy little friend Millie.
My dumpy friend?
Yeah, jealous that I turned her down and not you.
Vic, have you totally lost your frickin' mind?
I know you had a thing for me in high school. I mean, you were one of the only girls to talk to me, so of course you did, right?
I was just being nice because I'm a nice person, because I thought you were nice. But I guess I was way off about that, wasn't I?
Whatever, Alice, just keep being jealous. See how all of that works out for you.
Okay, Vic, I've been a really good friend to you. I invited you to parties when you got back home, introduced you around.
Yeah, so?
I tried to get you dates with my friends. It's not my fault you always screwed it up.
With those girls? Psh, yeah, thanks a lot for that.
Vic, I'm sorry that you seem to have a chip permanently affixed to your shoulder, and I do hope you are able to afford to get it removed someday.
Oh, ha ha, so funny.
But until then, this friendship is over.
Whatever, I'm a hero now. I have my uniform. I don't need some girl who's just a friend slowing me down.
Best of luck with that, Vic.
Ha, thanks, like I'm going to need it.
A few months later, Millie and Alice saw Vic at a bar, dressed in his uniform, alone and drunkenly trying to hit on two girls. When they laughed him off, he became enraged and threw a bottle at the wall. A piece of glass got into one of the girls' eyes, and Vic fled the scene. There was no security camera footage there that night, but they didn't need it. They had Millie and Alice there to identify him. He was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and disorderly conduct, and was kicked out of the military a month later.